Hello, hello, everybody. My
Hi.
name is Heather Aston, and I have a beautiful guest, Miss Renee.
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Why is my thing doing that? Yeah, why is it recording all of a sudden? Hold on,
This
I'm gonna go
technology.
out and come back in. I'll be right
Okay.
back, everybody.
Oh my gosh. Why? Why? Am I the only one that's live? Hey. Hi. How are you? She left me here by myself. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I'm ashy. I had to put some lotion on. She'll be right back. She left me here by myself and she said she was coming right back. And so, hi, Brandy. How are you? Hey, that's what I hear playing in my head. Hi, Leslie. How are you? Hey, Pearl. How are you? Thank you so much, Beth. There she is. Now I don't hear anything. I can't hear. I can't hear. I don't hear anything. Oh, they can't hear anything. We're having so much fun this evening. Technology is amazing. We're having so much fun.
Now, can they hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So they should be able to hear me now. So that's okay.
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 Perfect.
Sorry, football was on. I didn't get in here as soon as I normally do. My bad. Um, yeah. I stopped watching the game because the play before or the score that we had before the game-winning one, I got frustrated with a bunch of bad calls and I got up and I came in here and we scored. And so that happened again with the game winner. I'm like, I'm just gonna go in my jewelry room, watch. They're gonna win. They didn't. So yes. Oh, football, technology, everything. But of course, we couldn't have done it if Beth was not wearing her jersey. So thank you, Mama Beth. Appreciate it. And her team won too, the Ravens. How are you? You having a good day?
Yes, I am. I am.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, thank you.
So, welcome. Basically, let's see who's on here real quick and then we'll get down to it.
Okay.
So we have Dawn and Kendra,
Hey, Dawn
Brandy.
and Kendra.
I don't know how to pronounce the next name. Do you?
No, I see Beth,
Shawnette.
Tina,
Maybe it says
Elsie.
Shawnette.
Oh, that's Shawnette. Yes. Hi, Shawnette.
Yeah. Oh, that's much easier to say than what it says. So that's great. Then we have Leslie Rose and of course Beth Blue.
Hello. Hello.
Pearl, Dawn, Leslie Rose, Sylvie, a bunch of new names. For me at least. Deborah Unger. Wow, look at it. So we are going to have a good show tonight because other than if I go live tomorrow, this is the last time you guys will see me live until after I have my surgery and I've gotten some healing done and I can make it from my room to here. Not that far away, just a hallway, but we're doing it on my leg, so that'll be fun. But so glad to see all of you. So,
Yeah.
Renee,
Yeah.
how are you doing today?
I'm doing well today. Someone asked where I live. I live in Baltimore, Maryland, and it's a nice day today. I think in the 50s, so
I
having
wish.
a
We're
good.
still in the 70s, and I'm like, can we please get into my cute winter clothes yet? Probably not. Oh, thank you, Leslie. That's so sweet. So let's get to talking because for those of you who do not know what Beading Besties is, it is a show that I came up with where I have guests on. You do not need to be a content creator to be a guest. So if anybody else wouldn't mind coming on after you hear what it's all about, just reach out to me. My email is the exact same as my channel. It's TT's Trinkets and Treasures at gmail.com. So there you go. So what I do is I have people who make jewelry just within the jewelry community come on and I ask them about their jewelry journey and how they ended up here on Beading Besties tonight. And we go through that. And then at the end of it, I ask these little questions that are very reminiscent. If any of you guys know Inside the Actors Studio, I kind of adjusted that list of questions for the beading world, and we've had a lot of fun. So, how did you begin making jewelry?
So it's so funny. I started a YouTube channel for makeup, and I was trying so hard to just break into the community, and it just was not working. I didn't really meet a lot of the other people in the makeup community. It was just very closed off, at least for me, it was. And so one Christmas, we got these pen kits to make beaded pens like these. And I started making beaded pens because the kits were left over. I had a bunch of them. And I said, you know what? I wonder if I could sell these. And I was able to sell them like so quickly. And I started really getting into beading pens. But when I went into different vendors to purchase, I saw the smaller beads. And at first, I was trying to get them to fit on here, and they won't because the holes were too small. So I was like, well, what can I do with them? And I started making bracelets. And the
There you go.
bracelets were a hit. And so I started watching some YouTube tutorials. And I always tell this story. My first tutorial was watching Becky Foster make goddess bracelets. And I was like, I'm making that. And so
Oh,
I made some and they sold. Like I cannot keep them in my inventory. And I was like, okay, well, what else can I do? And I just started watching more tutorials and just really getting into meeting everyone in the beading community through the lives and through um, the late night beading with Becky. And so that's how I ended up here. So I have to thank God that I kind of fell into it. It wasn't anything I thought was going to ever end up being here at all. Thank you.
well,
Someone said they
amazing.
like my makeup. Thank you.
Yeah. The funniest thing is AI make beatable pens too. And also, that was the first video of Becky's that I ever watched as well. She made the same kind of bracelet just in 5 different
Yes.
ways or
Yes.
whatever. It was the exact same video. So like we are parallel. And I agree. I
Cool.
like to see that God weaves us in and out of the fabric of each other's lives, and you can either be burlap or silk. Like you have the only person that can decide that is you. It's literally a frame of mind. So
Right.
nobody else can change that.
Mhm.
other than yourself. And most of the times you just got to start talking kindly to yourself.
Yeah.
And it might sound crazy, but it's really that's all it is. It's positive self-talk and it's fun. Um oh Brandy, that was yours too.
Thank you,
Yep.
Elsie.
Beth loves
Can
your makeup too.
can I say though that that's another reason why I'm here. So when I started going into the late night beating with Becky, I was like, I do not know any of these people. They're going to be like, who is she? We've never seen her before. Why is she here? And so the first live, I just kind of lurked a little. I just kind of hung out in the back and just watched, and everyone was, just talking and chatting and everything. And I don't know if my mom is here, but I told her, I
She
said,
is.
I don't know anyone. I was like, it was really hard. I said hello a couple of times and, but it wasn't anything big. And she was like, just keep going back, say hello. And I did. And I just said, you know what? Only way I'm going to meet people is if I just start speaking up and saying hello. And so I did. Everybody who came in, I was like, hey, Beth. Hey, Dorothy, even though they've never seen me before. And
Oh, it
everyone
looks
in
them.
this community, so amazing. The love that you give, you get back. Everybody was so helpful, generous, loving, everything. So, what
Uh,
you say is very true.
yeah, it is. And it's funny, Shawnette, that's cute that it's a mash because TT is what all the littles in my life call me.
Hmm.
And so, like, because, it's not just my nieces and nephews, there's other littles that come in your life, and it's much easier to remember that than for them to try to remember my name when my nieces and nephews are just calling me Titi. So, it's great. But yes, I like to say that the jewelry world has enough facets for everybody. There are
Hmm.
so many little niches within the jewelry world that and to like I did macrame before I made jewelry, and then I started macrameing bracelets and stuff like that. And so it's very like there's a purpose in all of it. It's crazy because I literally could not do macrame anymore. It was killing my hands. I didn't know
Hmm.
what was going on, everything else, but I could use jewelry tools and make stuff. And
Okay.
then I happened to lose 7 family members, including both of my parents, 2 siblings,
Oh.
within like a 3-year span of time.
Hmm.
And this jewelry world got me through that.
Yes, I can see that.
It got-
Definitely.
yeah, yeah, and it's great. And like I've only met you a couple of times, but I love your personality. You're very sunny and happy, and
Thank you.
I love that. Yeah, you're a very authentic person. So, how did you come up with your YouTube name?
So, my YouTube name is Blessed and Beautiful. And I am, uh, my favorite color is blue, number one. But I am a believer and I feel that I'm blessed. I love God, feel like I can't do anything without him. So that's why I put blessed and beautiful. And then I also have a business name that is just new. I'm going to try to really make this an LLC, get a business going and
Oh,
everything. So
oh,
that's
hold on,
blue.
I'll go get it. You want me to go get it real quick?
Oh,
I
sure.
completely forgot. I'll
Yes,
grab
sure.
it. Go ahead, keep talking. I will go find it, my dear. I'm sorry I
Okay.
forgot.
So I have just been praying about it, asking God to guide me in making this into a business. And my pastor preached it over me and prayed over me about my business before I did. So I know that this is something, that God is leading me into. And so I feel blessed and I feel beautiful every day.
That's awesome. I love that. Okay, I'm trying to forward download. That's what I need to do. Okay. Yes, she has a beautiful new
Oh,
logo,
my new
and
logo.
yes, she has allowed me to be the one this tonight to be where she decides to debut it. I'm gonna put it up real quick. So that is the new. Oops, sorry, I hit it twice. Yeah. So that's her new logo, which I love. You look like a goddess. You've got it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love how simple it is, though. It's not too like in your face or too overly like it's calm. There's rest points, visual rest points. It's not just a bunch of stuff. So that's great. So, question
Yeah.
for you. What is your favorite technique? Like, do you have something that, like, when you're stuck, I'm going to go do this
Elastic
because
bracelets.
what?
That's it. Elastic bracelets. That's
Yes.
my fave. I can, because once I started beading, I would be really excited and I would want to make something at night. And the quickest thing for me to make was an elastic bracelet. You put some beads on, you tie it, you're done. It's something that's really quick. And I also found ways to really become um what's the word? Just to have different things in elastic bracelets that you normally wouldn't see. So I've started
Right.
adding metal spacers, different things that other people might not have. A lot of people just put the beads on, and so I just started experimenting. Can I use spacers? Can I use focals? You know, what else can I use on a beaded bracelet? And just in case you all didn't know, I'm very small. So my wrist size is about a 6-inch wrist. And when I make an elastic bracelet, it allows me to be able to put more beads on. Once I make a bracelet that has a clasp and you have to crimp it and all that, it takes away. So I end up with a very small amount of beads on my bracelet. So for me, I really love elastic bracelets.
Yeah, I love doing bracelets. They're what everybody says is ours. Like the earrings, the necklace, that's what other people get to see. Bracelets
Hmm.
are what we get to see. So,
Yeah.
you have a favorite gemstone? Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So I started putting different spacers on it, using the bead caps and focals so that I can, make it more unique. So
Yeah, and it's beautiful. That's
thank you.
great. If you're interested in leather though, it's it's a nod to the elastic bracelet, really, because once you learn one or two knots here, there, or whatever else, you can knock them out so quickly.
Okay.
And there's several ways to make them adjustable very easily. So I don't know, you and I might have to just like have something where we go live and maybe I show leather and you show some of your technique for elastic bracelets and that we should do something like that before
Yeah,
Christmas
that would be
and
interesting. And
because those
I'm
will be quick and easy.
yes, and I want to learn so much more. I just started making necklaces with clasp, with lobster clasp, with toggles. I didn't do that before, and I honestly didn't think I could at first. So I'm willing to learn everything. So I'm open. I'm
Yeah,
down.
which is yeah, exactly. And why wouldn't you? It's the parable of the talents. Why are you going to hide it? You need to shout out about it. You need to be excited. Uh, I actually got on the phone with her this afternoon. It was like, you'll never guess what I just figured out. Because I came up with a new way to do my own head pins, and I was like so excited.
She was.
Um, yeah, I was so excited. I totally geeked out. So we'll show that off probably tomorrow morning. I think that I have time before my appointment. But yeah, it's very easy and a ton of fun. So it'll be good. And I also told Renee that I'm gonna have to like she's getting one of the next round of promo boxes she's in for. So I was like, I'll just send you some of my twisted wire that I just did.
Yeah,
So that can be,
beautiful.
yeah, that can be really fun and easy too. A lot of people might think that it's like complicated, but it's really not. So,
Mm-hmm.
which are the shows that like I have to, or I call them shows, I guess, videos, or whose content are you just like, gotta watch it, gotta have it. This is my joy. Maybe this one is my counseling. Maybe because I have different ones for different
Mm-hmm.
moods. There's certain ones I go to when I'm like down in the dumps. You
Right.
become one of those because you are very high energy, but you also spread the word, as does Dorothy. She's another one that I'm like, gotta be about it when I'm there. And then, when I'm in a mood just to learn and get back to the basics, that would be Rosanna
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. So it's a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
so whose shows do you have to watch?
So I really enjoy watching the well, just being a part of the late night beating with Becky. I know it's not really a show, so to speak, but it's like my Friday night thing. And
Yes.
my son, he gets home around that time. And if he gets in early, we can watch like Suits. We watched the show Suits, but we're like binging. So we're still way at the beginning. And we watched one episode. The next one was coming on, and I was like, well, I gotta go. He's like, where are you going? And I was like, it's late night beating with Becky. I gotta go. So I
Exactly.
love that for Fridays. It's kind of like a release at the end of the week. And especially if I've been busy doing a lot of stuff with my church or just, around with things around the house, it's like a release. It's something I look forward to. So I love that. I like
And
watching.
it's so much better than trashy TV too.
It
Like,
is.
because that's what I used to do. I would watch like Housewives or whatever else, and I don't even, other than football, I very rarely watch TV. The
Okay.
rest of the time, I'm creating, watching all of you guys, and that's the way I like it. Like, that's
Hmm.
my thing. But yeah, Friday Night Guilty Pleasure is definitely Jenny and Becky, which
Yes,
is so
definitely.
fun. But
So
yeah,
who else?
sorry.
I watch I don't have a lot of different people that I watch. I started watching you because you come on at a time of day. I don't know, like it's perfect. For me, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm a night owl. I'm up late. So 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that's when I'm just getting up and really getting going. And I'll turn on YouTube and you're there. So I love watching your channel, and I learned a lot about the what was it? The wire to make the snowflakes.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yeah, the
So
beaded wire. Yeah.
yes. So I think that was about the time when I started watching your channel. And so I like watching that at 2. And then Colleen, I like to watch because she is the comic relief. She she makes everybody feel great when you come in. She asks how you're doing. She does her affirmations, and she always is encouraging you, and she just makes you feel good. And then she goes into a tutorial, but she has like all of her little comments that she makes, or she'll tell us what the dog is doing, or you're hearing the cat in the background and she's asking us to listen to the cat, and it's just real. It's like some of the videos you watch, you feel like it's so totally planned out. Everything is what's the word?
Yes.
Everything is edited to
Scripted.
make it look perfect.
Yes.
Yes. And she's
Hmm.
real. She's just like, I'm here. I got a cat in the background. She'll tell you about what's going on outside.
Yeah.
And so I really like her channel. And I need some suggestions for some other channels to watch just for different types of jewelry. Like I just found Danielle Wicks and Chrissy. Danielle Wicks does the brick weaving. She does something different than what I do. So
Mhm.
I want to watch her a little more often to learn some new things. Chrissy is a channel I like to watch because she has like dainty stuff. And so I want to watch her channel. And oh, there's one more. Amy Creations, Campbell Creations. Campbell
Mhm.
Creations. I watch her every once in a while. She has this, let me see if I can get it right. She is like zoned in on the placement of everything when she makes her bracelets and her necklaces. Like she has the smallest little spacer beads. She has the teeniest bead caps that I've ever seen. And she has everything laid out. She wants it to look a certain way. And she lines everything up. And she's just detail oriented. She just makes sure that it's all laid out. And so I've used something from her to make my jewelry not just be a bead, a spacer, a bead, a spacer. So
Yeah.
I like watching her channel. Those are the ones
And
that I can think of so far.
she remembers where she gets every single bead, spacer, bead cap. She can tell you where she got it, who she got it from, and when it was. I don't.
Hmm.
She's got an amazing Rolodex within her mind that blows. I have memory issues, so I'm just like, how can you possibly remember all of these things, especially for like people that have like a stash and whatever else. So that is something that she is very good at.
Someone
If
said
you're,
she loves stacking things. She does.
yeah,
She stacks, and it just gives a whole different look to her jewelry. So it's really pretty.
yeah, I would say that Randy at Thunder Horse Descendants is great. When she gets her bargain beat box, she opens it and then she has her little journals, which I have, but I haven't been doing it. I need to start. And she goes down and goes through the entire bargain beat box the first moment she lays eyes on it and draws out designs for all of the beads within the bargain bead box within like 1 hour.
Oh, wow.
And how she does that, I don't know. But she then goes back later and she takes pictures and she'll make little notes and stuff. And that's what I want to do, just so that I can go back and like 5 months from now, say, well, look what you were doing 5 months ago. Look where you've grown here. You've learned a new technique there, that kind of stuff.
Her name is Randy.
Yeah, Brandy at Thunder Horse Descendants. I'll send you a link.
Okay.
She's great. And then Rosanna is good. Brandy has a channel. Let me see who else is
Rosanna.
here.
I think I've seen Rosanna's channel before.
Well, you should. Yeah, you gotta, because she's hilarious. And then if you're looking for wire stuff, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you that you've gotta go across the pond and watch Samantha Latimer from the
Watch
northeast
her.
of England.
Yes, I watch her. I made a bracelet. Oh gosh, I don't even know where it is. I made a wire wrapped bracelet with beads, and I had some leftover wire, uh, 20 gauge and 22 gauge, and I don't know where it is. I like her. I like her for
Yes,
wire.
and she is so real. And that's like, even when I record as if I'm live. Like, I don't go back and edit stuff out. But the other person that I get a kick out of is Linda from Australia. She makes beautiful wire links. Beautiful wire links. And I say she's given me permission for things not to be perfect and just go ahead and do this. But her metal links, her wire links are beautiful. You've got to check her out. She's Linda at Gumnut.
I like Linda. I found it.
Oh,
I
it's
made this
beautiful.
watching Sarah Latimer. Yes, I do like watching her.
Oh,
And
Samantha.
Samantha. Okay.
Yes, it's okay. Yeah, it's
And I
beautiful.
like Linda because we were talking about the spiders. Someone was asking if she had spiders where she lives, and she was saying she's never seen them. But I haven't seen her channel yet, but I do like her. She's funny.
Oh yeah, she likes to come on and give me a good rib every day. I can count on Linda, but then she's also sweet too. But yeah, she's a total like she's so funny. She doesn't give anything about anybody. She's just like she's who she is and that's the way it is kind of thing. So she's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of fun to watch because she'll like say something in the comments or whatever, and yeah, gets us all laughing. Which I'm sure you know if you watch mine on. And then the thing is that the schedule typically not during daylight savings, but for like my time, it was oh my goodness, hello. Sorry, my dirt goes. It was Randy at 7 o'clock, Rosanna at 9 o'clock, and I go on at 11 o'clock. And that's
Okay.
Pacific Standard Time. So
Okay.
I think Randy's on now at 10, 9 or 10 now. I'm not sure. But yeah, we had that schedule. We have the like spot in between because all of us go over. Dorothy is between um Randy and Rosanna now. I almost
Okay.
forgot. Yeah, so that's when Dorothy does her live and does it. But yeah, it's crazy.
I'm gonna have to
Um
start going to bed earlier so I can get up and watch these lives. I'm a very
one
late. I'm a serious night owl.
I was for a lot of years too. But yeah, there's so many. I can put up a list. I'll put up a list with him beating besties.
Okay.
Um, and I'll just like, I don't want to put anybody in a specific. I want you to go watch them and decide what it is. You know what I mean? I don't want to be
Right.
like, oh, it's these person for this and that person. So, but Randy gives a lot of history. Like,
Okay.
and she used to do these things on her channel where she would like, oh, in the 1700s, when did da 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 da, and it would be like
Wow.
jewelry trivia. And I learned so much from that. So much.
Okay.
So yeah, she's fun. And then there's Sarah Lovecraft. Um, there's Jody, obviously, Maisha.
I've seen Jody and Maisha's videos before, and I do like watching. I feel like I get a little bit of something from each person that I watch. And
Hmm.
so that's something that I really like about the beading community. You don't feel people um, competing against each other. Like everybody has something to give, there's room for everyone, and everyone lifts up everyone else. Like I've never seen so many um content creators that shout out other content creators and say, let's head on over, because we're going to meet over at this live at such and such a time. It's just like this enormous, amazing community.
That's exactly what I love about the jewelry community. Even when maybe two people don't agree how to do something or whatever else, it doesn't get nasty. Like
Hmm.
it's always or like one week Beth asked like three or four of us to all do like the same skill, which was herringbone. And it was funny because I did it one way, Rosanna did it another way, and Randy did it a third way. And she took little bits from each of us and made it. And her herringbones by the end of the week were stunning because she had everybody like doing it. And that's why you will never hear me say my way is the right way to do it. Because
Right.
even people who do say that, if you get to talking to them,
Mm-hmm.
lo and behold, the way they do like their wrapped loop or whatever was a little bit of this person and a little bit of that
True.
person. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that we all learn different and we all teach different, and that every person in this community has something we can learn from.
Yes, definitely.
And it may not always be about beads or jewelry or whatever else. Sometimes it's just there. And the jewelry community, hands down, have some of the strongest prayer warriors I've ever known in my life.
Yes,
All
definitely.
and they will like stay on it, and don't forget, guys, we need to keep praying for so and so, and that's what happened. And
Yes,
it's
definitely.
yeah, it's awesome. I love that. I'm also a dog breeder, and pun intended, it's a bunch of catty women. And everybody's like, "Oh, you can't get puppies from her." Shit, da, da, da. And it was like that, just snippy, 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 to where I like walked out. I do my own thing. I don't really talk to anybody else. But then I fell into the jewelry world because I needed something else to fill my time, especially after I couldn't macrame anymore. So it's just a lot of. I have so much fun with everybody. Like it's just
Yes.
a good time to be had by all. So yeah. Mm, let's see. Yeah. I don't know. Does Back to Earth make recycled beads? I'm not sure. Um, I think you already know this, but there are a lot of new names in here that I haven't seen before. So what I want to say is, just so you guys know, there is a group on Facebook called Beading Besties, just like the name of this channel or this show, but it doesn't belong to me. There's an admin team that is slowly there to approve new member requests. It's been going for 6 months now. It is completely self moderated. There are no rules. There are no like post approvals. There's none of that. You can put up your Etsy, your Facebook, your YouTube, your whatever. You can put up your jewelry that you're trying to sell. The only rule is when it starts talking about the cabbage, you got to take that out. So you need to go to Messenger or exchange phone numbers like that. And that's mostly because um, I don't want
So what?
somebody to like think we are like we're anybody else is responsible for a paying situation. So but it's a lot of fun, and if any of you guys ever want to come over, that would be great. Back to Earth makes her own glass cabochons and so much more. Oh, that's cool. Oh, Dorothy's here too. So so how long have you been doing it? And do you have any goals for 2026?
So, actually beating uh pens 2 years, and then about a few months before Christmas last year, I started with the bracelets, and then this February was when I first got my first bargain bead box and started beading other things besides just bracelets and pens. So this was the first necklace that I made.
Here, I'm going to put you full screen so they can see it better.
Okay.
Because obviously, I want her to show off her stuff so you can see her design aesthetic. But
Thank
all right,
you.
there we go. Fine.
Okay, so this is the first necklace that I made. This was with the I don't remember what it was called, but the February bargain bead box.
Yeah.
And I just went from there. I just started making what else did I have? This bracelet stack here. I just started making different necklaces and bracelets. I did not think I could do earrings until Bohemian, I think that was in August. I started making earrings. So this is a pair that I made in August. I thought it was hard. I was scared to do it. I was like, yeah, I'm just not going to do it. And I kept watching. I think I was really inspired by Jenny because she was new, like I was, and she was learning how to use the different tools and how to crimp and all of those type of things. And I was like, okay, you are just being too scared. It's not that hard. Like you can just go ahead and try it and just keep practicing. And so I just kept watching different tutorials and I just became better at making more stuff. And I think for 2026, I want to learn some more. Well, first of all, I want my channel to grow. So if you all are watching and you're not subscribed yet, I am at 821 was the last that I saw. So I'm really trying to get my channel to grow. That's my first and foremost goal. I want to have 1,000 when I start January 2026. And as far as goals, I really just want to grow my business. That's something that I'm looking forward to because I'm disabled. I have Crohn's disease and I have had 3 surgeries already. Yes, Jenny, that was a good box to start with. My favorite color is blue, just in case y'all didn't get that. And yeah, I was excited when that first box was a blue one. But yeah, my goal is to grow the channel because once I became sick and had to deal with Crohn's disease, I had to stop working and I'm on a fixed income. And so, it gets hard. There's a lot of things that I want to do and I wish I could do for my son and my daughter, by the way. And it's hard when you're on a fixed income. And so I wanted to have a stream of income coming in that can help out with the things that we don't, that we're not able to get. And I don't know what's going to happen with disability. Everything is just so up in the air right now. So to really grow my business would be great for 2026. Definitely.
Yeah. I put her YouTube channel down. So if there's any of you that are not already following her, I would strongly suggest that you do so. And if there are any of you who don't follow me, I would humbly ask you to do so as well.
Yes.
We can all grow together.
Yes. Heather's so sweet. It was like we had just met each other and she's like, so you're going to be on my channel? And I was like, I knew. I didn't think I could do it because I was new, but like I said, everybody's been so open and so helpful, so generous. And I have a prayer corner on Thursdays, every Thursday at 9 p.m. And some more of the beading community has been joining us during the prayer corner. So I really appreciate that. And everybody, I think you mentioned, everybody loves praying for one another and supporting, lifting each other up there's so many things that women go through in life, and everybody is always supporting each other in the chat during late night beading. We go from celebrating the highs to, really supporting each other through the lows. So I really feel like although makeup didn't work out for me, I don't think it was really truly meant for me. It kind of set me up for this. And so I think I'm where God wants me to be.
Exactly. Which is amazing. And we're so happy to have you. You make
Here's
some
another one of mine.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I have a lot of
I like
blue.
to have my guests show the stuff off so that that way if you see something you really like, whatever else, then you can go and find her. Anna Marie, did you get the link now? I have it up on the screen just in case you still didn't see it in chat.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, actually, it's on there. Okay. Yes. And then now we can get to, I'll have to teach you after this, Renee. I'll teach you my 5-second ear wire.
Okay.
It, you can make your own in so many different ways. And then
Mm-hmm.
that kind of sets you apart a little bit
Okay.
from other craft fairs and whatnot. That's really good. I've got to go pull up this other.
I wanted to
Okay,
show
we're
you
gonna get
all
to it.
my
Oh, go ahead.
pens. So when I started out with pens, I made mostly pens like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is how they came. It was a short pen, and you could put like 3 beads on there. And I was frustrated. I was like, I went out and I bought all these beads, and I can only get 3 beads on here. So
Right? Yeah.
I was frustrated. So now they have the extended rods, and I'm like the queen of extended rods now. So this
That's
is what I
beautiful.
make now. And my customers love all of the bling. They love the extended rods. Um, so this is what I'm making now. And I just had a craft show last month that went really well. And
You've got to send me links for these extended rods. Anna Maria, I have it in the description of this the in the description of this video. I will go and grab Randy's real quick.
the extender rods, I'll send you the link. They are on Amazon now. You can get 100 for cheap, like $9. They look like this.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
just a
Okay.
longer rod. So you take the shorter rod out that comes with the pen and just put this one in. And that's all I use now. I make
I
shorter ones
love
when
those.
people ask, but
Yeah.
I love because now you can fit more. You can show your creativity a lot more. And all the stuff that they have out there, you can't fit all that on a short pen with 3.
No. I
There's so
will
much stuff.
I'll
I love
tell you
these.
one of my favorite things. I have these little buttons that are bows, but they can also be used as beads. So you can use it as like a spacer bead on a bracelet, or
Okay.
like I made a Minnie Mouse one, and
Okay.
I put the bow on one side, and then I put a second one on top of it. So the back side also had the bows. That's a really cool thing to use. Just like being able to like pop that little bit of metal in.
Yes.
It's fun. You only got to see about a third of all of my silicone beads. She was like, "Holy crap, you have a lot of stuff." Yes, yes, I do. I don't go like if I'm gonna learn something, I dive deep. So
Definitely. I can see that. And I think that helps when people are really focused in because I think you grow that way. And I am always watching tutorials or looking for other pictures of other people's pens just to see what's out there. Um,
mhm.
and also, I'm finding vendors that sell different things. And that's another way that I learned to make something because they have stuff I don't know what it is. And they're like, it's for pens. And I'm like, well, what does it do? So that expands me as well because I'm like, oh, okay, let me try that. So, yeah, you have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I have a bunch of different things because I also made like baby teethers and
Yes.
wristlets and all of that kind of stuff. And
Hmm.
like you said, when the pens, you have like this much room on them to like put stuff on them. And I know like Joey does them and she just glues the last piece on so she doesn't have to screw the cap on.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. I also like to get the ones that have like the extra refill because the ink shafts are so short. I like to do that
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you
Oh,
know
she makes
something else?
bookmarks. You make bookmarks,
I
or
have
you
not,
asking
but
her to make
Becky
one?
made some and I do want to order some. I just got a package in today from Beatable Bliss and they are probably in China because it took about a week to get here, but their prices are phenomenal. Like Their prices are the best I've ever seen, even better than some of my TikTok vendors. And they have bookmarks on there. They have, you name it, they have it. So I do want to try some more stuff.
Girl, you might need to start giving classes on how to, because I've heard that you can grow your channel faster if you go on TikTok. Because if like one video gets popular or whatever else, then they'll
Hmm.
come over to YouTube and whatever else. But I, because of my Durkheim's disease, my memory recall is horrible. So
Okay.
I have to watch it like over and do it over and over and over again. So
Hmm.
that would be fun. They're asking what that company was called again. Beatable
Oh,
Bliss.
Beatable Bliss. Yes. Beatable
Okay,
Bliss.
there
I
you go.
just got my first package from them and I'm excited because these prices were very good. My vendor on TikTok, she has some of the best prices, and I find that with vendors, they have a variety. So I could either spend $20 here and get 5 different things, or spend $20 at Beatable Bliss and get 100 of one thing. So that's
So
the
it's good to have both. It's good to
right.
have both because, like you said, the bead kits, there's always extra beads. It drives me crazy too because they never give you enough of the focal beads. Like if it's an elephant or a
I
giraffe or a
know.
heart or a cross or
Right. It's
something,
like
like
two
you
of
get
them.
two, yeah, and then you have 60 or 70 other beads, and you're like, and that's why I started doing the wristlets and the lanyards and all
Have
of that
something else
stuff.
to do with the beads. Yes.
Right. And also, some moms really like to have necklaces that are the silicone, but still look good. So that way, if there's someplace in their babies like grabbing at their jewelry, it's silicone beads, not like metal or
Oh,
whatever it's
okay.
called. So yeah, so they like that. I've done a few of those.
Okay.
Um, a
I
lot of
think you
church
made
moms love them.
right. You made something on the live with Maisha for your granddaughter, I believe. Some
Oh,
kind of
yes. So,
teether.
yep, I made a teether and for her, and I was explaining how that one teether, because it had a hole in it, and I put the beads through that. She had to learn to like take the focal bead and bend it down to get it to go through. Otherwise, it stops.
Okay.
And it's the very, very, very early steps of spatial reasoning,
Okay.
which is just to learn like you don't always like just because it's a square peg doesn't mean there's not a way that you can get it in there. You might just have to alter it or whatever else. And it's funny because she loves it. It's like her favorite thing. And then
That's good.
she's got two that have like the bigger teether things. And those are on her stroller for when they walk her big brothers.
Okay.
And um, she loves them. But it's funny because we call them her oh crap handle, like in the car. You can grab that little like handle. We call it that because for like 3 weeks in a row, she just kept putting her feet up against the both sides of her stroller. And
Right.
she's like, she's bracing herself. So that's why I made them for the stroller so that she would have them. It was
Right.
silly, but hmm
That makes sense.
and so, yeah, and it's a lot of fun. She does love them. She likes the very simple ones. My daughter has gotten me several moms who are like, okay, can we have this in this color and that color? So I
That's
just had to
cool.
get like I got some little dinosaur ones and
Yeah, that's cute.
different things like that. So they're fun. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but you know what? If those are the videos and you're the only one doing it or I'm the only one doing it, it's gonna catch on sooner or later. And there are other
Hmm.
ways. to use those to your ability. So you don't like the silicone beads? Get some large hole gemstones. Get some of the European style charms where the hole is bigger. Get like there's other ways to do the same thing,
True.
but to make it something you would want. So
True.
um, I've seen people who have pearl ones with 18 karat, like all these expensive charms on them and everything else. And so it's just a matter of like, you have to look outside of just maybe what you use them for or how you make them. And I feel like that expands your mind in a way that just learning the same thing or doing the same thing over and over and over again, I see it as
Right.
a challenge. I'm like, oh, you don't like these because they're silicone. Really? And then I have to come up with something and send pictures like my wood beads and my large hole pearls, and it's funny. And my sister-in-law, she's been like silver, silver, never wearing gold, silver, silver. And she was like, so sis, I think that I might want to like try out wearing gold. Could you make me some simple and which I did, of course, because I adore her. But yeah.
Right.
It's funny because like my niece says that I made her things that she never would have picked up and bought, but because Titi made it for her, she gave it a shot and it becomes like her favorite jewelry again or like whatever. So it's a lot of fun and I have fun doing all of it. So let me see let's get back to the questions because I
Okay.
have a couple. So what is your favorite gemstone?
My favorite gemstone. Um, right now I like Amazonite, and I also love oh gosh, it's a blue color, a darker blue. Apatite.
Yes. That's a
Those I
beautiful.
like. I also like rose quartz, I believe it is.
Mhm.
It's pink, a pink color. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like this from the
Yes.
ice cream sundae box. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just have
So,
no.
and I've been learning a lot more about different gemstones. Um, I don't, it's not my favorite, but I'm laughing because Nicole B on Beading with Nicole, she said that she didn't like unakite,
Yeah. Unitite.
and I didn't like it either until I got some in a pack with other stuff as a sample, and I put
With
it with
other beads.
gold, and then I was like, you know what? I don't think it's so bad.
Exactly. It's always the way of it. We find something and then we're like, wait, what? That
So
might actually
actually,
be really
I'm
true.
learning. I'm learning to appreciate. Now, I will appreciate almost every gemstone, but what I didn't like and what I'm still trying to get over are the matte beads.
Well, you
So
and Rosanna will be best friends then, because she's the same way.
this necklace was in the first box I got, and one of the packs was matte beads, and I was like, really? This is the first box y'all sent me, and you put matte beads in here? So I put the matte beads at the back because it goes around up under my hair. But I've noticed that a lot of people talk about what you can do with them. And so I've noticed that I actually don't dislike them now because they're not dusty like they look when I first got them. They
Yeah,
it's like the oils from my hands have gotten on them, and so I don't mind them
right.
so much.
There you go. Well,
But
you answered my
it's
next question was which was your favorite gemstone bead, whatever.
mhm.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Next up. So, what turns you on creative, spiritually, and emotionally?
um creatively, I just love bracelets. That's my thing. If I get new beads and that box gets there, I'm ready to create something right then and there. I love shopping for beads, and I think I have become a beader because I now have no space for new beads. So I'm like, that's the first milestone. You have nowhere else and you're still ordering. So whenever I get new beads, that's creatively, spiritually, the Holy Spirit. I have learned so much about the Holy Spirit. And I heard someone one time say the Holy Spirit was their best friend. And I was like, what? And I truly believe it now. I have a prayer corner in my room where I have a lot of pillows and everything. And I try to go to my prayer corner and spend time with the Holy Spirit at least a few times a week. I try to go daily. And I feel bad when I don't go. But it's something that grounds me, and I find that in everything that I do, the Holy Spirit guides me in everything. So there'll be times when I'm like driving somewhere and I'm like, I should have got over because I had to make a right and I didn't get over. Something told me I should have got over. It's the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit was saying, get over, you're ready to make this right. And I didn't do it. I should have been listening. So that's spiritually, that's how I get through my days, especially when I'm having a bad day with Crohn's. I can go into prayer. I can just talk to God, and that helps me get through. Emotionally, I think it's the love with my children. I can say my children are 30, and my son will be 21 next month. And so I'm in this new space where I don't have babies anymore. And
Mhm.
at first, I felt kind of like, okay, well, what's my purpose then? They're grown, but it's new things that they need guidance with.
Yeah.
And my son
Preseason
is
as well.
not he's not ready to be an adult. I don't care that he's 21. When I call the doctor's office, they're like, yeah, he has to be on the phone. And I'm like, are you serious? I was like, this boy needs help making sure he does everything he's supposed to do. And I can't make I
An
can't set up
appointment.
an appointment for him. I'm like, I don't understand. So I'm learning how to be a mom with adult children. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you have that, and our job's never done. Like once we get them through one season of life, the next one pops up, and the parenting starts all
all
over.
over again.
Especially
Yes.
if they would never want to hear this. It's just factual. And she
Hmm.
said, I'll tell you that I have a hashtag that I like to use, which is beating myself better because I use beatings to have something to focus on. So I'm not focusing on my pain. And so I also like to say that I turn my pain into beauty. And so I've found a way to take
Beautiful.
something very ugly in my life and bless others with it. And it's great. And also about like parenting, I'll tell you, at least we get to be friends with them now. Because I told
Yeah,
my
that's
kids
what
I have
Shawnette just put. She's like, you can be friends with your adult children.
I told my kids I have 18 years to be your parent and the rest of your life to be your friend.
Yes.
So not gonna happen. But yeah, and I was actually worried that my daughter and I weren't going to have we weren't gonna get to someplace in our relationship, and her going through and seeing like what all moms do. I have the best son-in-law in the world, but let's be honest, they contribute. Like when it comes to teaching and learning and bathing and wiping and all of that stuff, that's what like mamas do. So
Hmm.
it's like, and so she sees things in a whole new way. And Celine is only 8 months old.
Oh,
So
wow.
we are at a great place. I went and stayed with her for 5 days while her hubby was getting training out of state. And it was funny
Mm-hmm.
because we had an amazing time. And at the end of it, I said, I'm not going to lie to you. I was scared. I was a little afraid. It was just going to be the two of us and the baby for 5 days. And I didn't know. We had so much fun and we talked about so much and we laughed about stuff. We cried about things, and
Oh,
like,
wow.
yeah, the other night we had some like really intense talk. And I said that was in a very emotional conversation, but it was healing, not hurting.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, and she says being a grandparent fills in the holes for anything we may have missed when we were parents. We now get to fill in those holes. And she said, watching you and the way Selena reacts to you, how can I not want a relationship with that person? That,
Right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My like favorite thing is the like 2 seconds where she Selena is like staring at the phone and then my face will pop up and her whole face lights up. And that is the best medicine there is in this world, hands down.
Yes.
Being a grand
Mm-hmm.
is amazing. So yeah. You feel like you're the same age? Yeah. But anyways, okay. What? Oh, we already said what's your favorite technique. We already covered that one. What is your least favorite or one that you haven't gotten like a handle on that you're like determined to overcome?
Um, I think working with wire because um I know that it's a whole different ball game from working with cord and elastic and with the flexible wire. Like, so making this bracelet, I felt so accomplished because I didn't think this was anything that I would do. So I'm willing to start learning wire and, like you said, making your own um, ear wires. I know Samantha, that's her name, right? She makes
Yeah.
she makes
Her own
jump
jump
rings.
rings and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
And so I want to just learn more with making wire, connecting with different
Medium.
oh, you know those loops? Um
Yes. Like memory wire.
no, no, no. What is that called? You know how you make a link uh and then you wrap a wrapped loop. That's what it is.
Oh,
I want to
I
be
will
better at
tell you.
wrapping my loops, making what are those things called? I'm sorry, my brain is just about to go to sleep.
I
It's like
understand
stay
exactly
awake.
where that. Yeah.
Let me think. There are wrapped loops, bales. That's what they are.
How
You
do you
made some
spell snow?
bales the other day. Um, I think it was last
The
week or 2 weeks
butterfly
ago.
one? The
Yeah, you were
butterfly
making
blue?
some butter. I'm lost completely.
Girl,
I've
you
watched
can
the
talk.
video several times and I was like, I can't do it. So,
No, you can't. Well, I have no problem go with you, and you'll be happy because I'm like full force into using this bare bronze wire, and I can't find findings. So I have to make all of my own findings, which is
okay,
what led me to the head pin I had today. And then the thing is that I do it on the bottom, and then when I do it on the top, it looks like two bead caps. So there's like a way to do it, and I'm like all in for it next week.
right.
So it's going to be great. But also, just so you know, you don't have to wrap 3 times on a wrapped loop. I
Okay,
have literally tested it. And just wrapping around the back of the loop until you hit the where it begins is just as strong as 3 wrapped loops.
Okay.
So, which I like because I didn't like the space. I like to put as many beads on as I possibly can. So the
Exactly.
space wrapping 3 times and 3 times, I didn't like it. And I didn't like simple loops because I just felt like they're that thing that maybe gets you repeat customers because they come apart or whatever else. But I came up with it and I surprised myself as well because I wasn't sure. Like I did it with 18 gauge wire and I pulled as hard as I could and nothing moved.
That's good.
So yeah, that makes it, which is good because sometimes that wrapping motion hurts, like carpal tunnel, arthritis, exactly. So that's where I got with that. Okay.
Elsie's going. Good night, Elsie.
All right, sweet pea. If money were no object, what gemstone would your countertops be?
My countertops.
You
uh,
can put any stone. Money's no object.
well, I'm in an apartment, so any type of stone would work. I'm telling you, the countertops they gave us, I covered it with the paper,
The
the
vinyl paper.
adhesive paper. Yeah, they thought it was real. It's it looks like marble. So I guess
Yeah.
if I could afford marble, I would have marble countertops. Anything besides what we have, it's ugly.
Yeah. See, my dream and like goal is to find like a bead making machine so that I can go because my husband works in construction. He'll be like, babe, I watched them put that countertop in, and then the family moved in, and the countertop was in the dumpster. And it's granite, or it's marble, or it's quartz, or it's, and like, do you know how much money I could make with those beads? That it's in the garbage. Or you go on to the different like Facebook Marketplace or whatever else, and you find like, oh, countertops from da, and they're just there and they're gonna go into the dumpster. And all they want you to do is come pick it up yourself. And I'm like, I am determined. And I want to come up with some cute name about, kind of rags to riches, except for maybe, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that is like if I could have that and stop that waste and be able to drive down the cost for people like you, like me, who can't work full time because of our disabilities and the pain it causes and whatever else. If I can drop down the price point of some quartz beads or marble beads or whatever else,
Mhm.
girl, I'd be one happy lady, let me tell you. Okay. Um, what piece of jewelry that you created is your favorite and least favorite?
Oh, my
She's like, I
favorite.
know exactly what it is.
I just had it. Where'd it go? Favorite,
For
favorite. Here
everybody
it
that's
is.
going, sleep well. Love you
Good night,
guys.
everyone. This is my favorite. It is a
That's
blue and
beautiful.
gold necklace. I made this with the Bohemian Nights.
Yes.
So this is my favorite. Least favorite, I took it apart. Oh, wait, but I do have something to show you. Where'd it go?
Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Girl, you should see Beth. Beth painted
Did
hers
not
and it
get
was
into this. I tried. I tried. My mom was like, "Oh, just it'll be fine." I was like, "Mommy, they got me making animals on my jewelry." I was like, "No."
and
I
the
tried it.
crackhead. Yes.
I
You
tried to
can't
sell
sell it.
it. They didn't even buy it. It was
You're like $1. I'll pay you $1 if you take it off my table. I get it. I have a few of those in my own life, so I understand.
like
And it's
crack.
what I have them in like a drawer. it's a drawer that doesn't get opened much, but yeah. So I think you'll like my last question, which is if heaven exists, which I know it does, what would you like God to say to you when you get to the pearly gates?
Well done. Well done. Definitely. Um, and I have really grown closer to God in the past 10 years, so to speak, about, yeah. And
Yeah.
especially after I was diagnosed with Crohn's and my life just slowed down considerably. And you
Hmm.
kind of sit and wonder, why? How did this happen? Um, and I've just started going to church more and reading my Bible. So, yeah, I've
That's great.
definitely grown closer. And so I would definitely want him to say, well done. I try
So
to,
on that,
I do
go ahead.
use some of my free time to volunteer. So this past weekend, I went to a nursing home and helped out there. We did a church service, and then on Friday, we fed the homeless. So on the days when I'm feeling good, I try to get out there and do some things to help others.
Yeah. John, that's why the Bartleby box and stuff is great because just because you don't like a piece of jewelry or it's not your favorite color, it's going to be somebody's favorite color. Um,
Definitely.
I will tell you, Renee, some of my favorite things that I do is that there is an organization here in the Valley, the Phoenix Metro Valley, that gets low income girls their like prom dresses and whatever else. So
Oh, that's
I like to
nice.
donate I like to donate jewelry to that because they have to give the dress back. But
But they
I
could keep
said
the
I will
jewelry.
donate. I said I will donate this, but they get to keep it. They
They get
need
to
to have
keep it.
something that's theirs.
That's
Or
awesome.
domestic violence shelters where women are going out and trying to get a job for the first time
Right.
and just need something that's going to make them feel good about themselves, make them say, well, dang, that necklace on me, it's beautiful. Just that little bit of everything. I love
Yes.
it. I
Hmm.
also donate beads to uh, art programs within like the elementary and junior high and whatever else because like they don't get the supplies. They can't afford. They don't get
You
money
can't
for that in
afford
their
them. Yeah.
budget. Yeah, so I show up with all these beads that I'm like, oh, they're ugly, get them out of my house. And they're like, oh, thank you. These are so pretty. And so there are lots of ways that you can give back, but it's great. So, exactly, Pearl. Well done. That good and faithful service. Well done. Yes, I agree. That's one of my favorite scriptures, actually. So, I am so glad that everybody came. I'm so
Yes.
excited that you
Thank
came on. It
you,
wasn't
everybody.
so hard, right?
Oh, it wasn't
It
hard.
wasn't so difficult.
It
It
was
was
fun.
fun. We got to
Yeah.
laugh. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, um, like I said, if any of you guys want to come on, just let me know. Send me an email. You do not need to be a content creator. It does not need to be anything like that for you to be a guest. Unless I can go live tomorrow, this will be my last live. I'm being stubborn and saying for at least a week. My husband's like 2 weeks, and I'm like,
Yes. Take
no.
your
So
time
yeah,
and rest.
yes, I will, but it's also a lot of fun. But yes. Oh yes, senior citizen homes. That is another great place to donate supplies. I don't know
Oh,
why I never
yes.
thought of that. Rosanna, thank you. Thank you,
Very
because they're
true.
on they're on very small budgets and have to pay for a lot of expensive medication. So yes, I'm glad that everybody seems to have enjoyed this. If you wouldn't mind hitting a like button,
Yeah.
leaving us a comment, sharing it, and even better, if you're watching this on my channel, if you can go over and pop a thumbs up on Renee's and vice versa, it would be very much appreciated. So,
Yes.
I used to always say, as always, happy beating everyone, but I decided before tonight that I'm going to start to do the Bead yourselves better, ladies. Bead yourselves better. Have a good
Feed
night,
yourself
everybody.
better. Yes. Bye.
Bye.